So good morning from Massam. This is a Han Solo edition. Keith's heading down for some family time, so I'm heading out to Reeth Moor. Now I'm heading somewhere that I should have been a few weeks ago, but we got lost. So MX5 Wakefield, Barbara kindly led us up to Tan Hill via the ford that featured in All Creatures Great and Small, and I'm not talking about the new series, I mean the original, the OG. Yeah, we got lost, so we missed it. So to doff my cap to Barbara, I'm heading up there now. Brought the quads this time, so I'm going to fly the quads. Yeah, should be fun. Massam is an hour away from my place, so you just get up a bit earlier, get your ass out of bed, and it is now, it's coming up to 8 o'clock and I'm in the Dales. Just stopped in Massam to set the cameras up. Sorry, only running one today. So come along for the journey. We're set for crystal blue skies and no cloud, so it's going to be ideal. It's a bit nippy at the moment, but that's what the heater's for. See you in a bit. Watch that later, Keith. Oh, it's just a bit nippy. To myself, which is great. Always overcook that section, and it should really be in second gear. So the route this morning, we set off from Massam. Now we're heading up to Javaux, Middleton, Leyburn, onto Grinton, over Grinton Moor, and then we pick up Reeth, and then we're heading up over Reeth Moor to our final destination. Pressure behind me from a front wheel drive. I don't know what it is. As I head round the bend at Javaux. Javaux tea rooms. Enjoyed my lunch stop there a few weeks ago. Out loud, put microphone underneath my top. I'm wondering whether it's going to pick up any of that gorgeous exhaust noises. I guess I shall find out later. Anyone that comes up here at lunchtime really needs to come up here at 8 o'clock. In a few hours time, even though we're into October, you're going to be following other cars. This is West Witton. Slow down and respect the speed limit. Gorgeous little village. As we head down to Forbidden Corner. Ironically, only forbidden if you haven't got a ticket. That's the pub that Helen and James were at. It's weird, that's the pub where, no surprise, it was full of farmers and they spent the evening listening to farmer banter. They're all checking out the latest tractors on the phones. So funny. So we're just heading up to Midland now. A quarter of a mile, I think. Overtaking manoeuvre has shook off the car that was trying to follow me. So Midland is famous for racehorses. If I was up here later on, you would probably see a number of horses being walked. It's a gorgeous little village. Still asleep by the looks. And back on the gas. Regretting that McDonald's coffee, it's left a sour taste, a bitter taste. Oh, ho, ho. Always good for a bit of 360 footage. Last time I came down here, where I was shocked and surprised at how fast Leyburn arrives. Is that the right phrase? No, it doesn't arrive, it's there. How fast I get into Leyburn once you go over that bridge. Most of the runs that I've done over the last couple of years have taken the left-hand turn there up to Hawes and then on to Buttertubs. I got stung last time I went over Buttertubs. I was following two very, very powerful cars, a Jag and a Maserati, I think it was, at 30 miles an hour. And I'm like, really? I will not overtake unless it is safe. So I just end up, as a result, frustrated. Anyway, that aside, we're in the beautiful town of Leyburn. Leyburn is slightly more awake than Middleham, but only just. And no sooner we enter, we depart. We nearly departed even earlier, thanks to the wob and Blorry doggies. So this is the stupendous road. I always use amazing, so I'll try a different one. Stupendous road over Reeth Moor. And again, it comes as a surprise, but it shouldn't, just how quickly we get back into rural. And there you go. So no sooner we're in, we're out. Thank you, Leyburn. Fond memories of my time in Leyburn growing up. Get my hand out of the way. Yeah, so we're just heading over Reeth Moor now. I do love this road. Probably mentioned this last time I came over, but I do love this bit of road. Just need to be careful because I'm on my own. So, especially at this time, there's going to be no one to pull me out of a ditch. Respect the road. Respect yourself. I was hoping for blue skies, but it's rather dull and overcast. Ooh! Ooh! Oh! So from going... Respect the road, respect yourself. To get in air and nearly crashing into a Land Rover. So I haven't flown the real quads for ages. Well, I say ages, a couple of months. I'd got a problem with one of the can't even remember what it's called. The Apex Evo. Yeah, one of the Apex frames. I think flight controller's on its way out, and I kept getting brownouts, and I don't know why. So I've decommissioned that one and reinstated the other one, which I rarely flew, but I've tweaked some of the PIDs on it and the rates, so it's kind of its first time out. But I brought the Avata, so the Avata is my go-to safe space. So I'll do a couple of packs on that, then I'll switch it all over to O3 and take the Apex up. See if we can get some flips and rolls in. Van life are there, look. Skies are looking good. So I'm just heading over Grinton Moor, and it is gorgeous. The sun is up, well, it's kind of up. It's behind a cloud at the moment. I was forecast blazing sunshine by this time. Seen many a rabbit and a pheasant on the road. Oh. Traffic's just picking up this way. I'm assuming they're all heading to Leyburn Market. Yeah, it's gorgeous up here this morning. For some reason, and I think it's because I've connected the DJI Osmo 360 to the Mimo app, I'm not connected to the radio with CarPlay, so I couldn't hear your video, so I'm going to play that back in a few minutes once I've negotiated these sheep. But yeah, this is magical. Could actually take the quad up here if I wanted to. But I'll wait. Hostel. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a sip of that orange juice. Get rid of that bitter taste. To do a red mile one of these days. cloud. Slowly starts to clear. And there's the alarm sound. Could have done with that. Made good time. Thank you. Corner for a dump. Oh, Tan Hill pub. See what they've done to the bridge? Bastards. Doing well. Sure why they did just make that the permanent route. Unless Probably not their land. Probably paying the farmer some exorbitant rate to rent that piece of land. Bar snacks. So I'm turning off soon in Langthwaite, 800 yards. Now I'm not sure whether Barbara came down here or whether she came up. I don't know. I know I've certainly never been down here. Certainly glad I'm not following him. Piece of road. Wow. Heavily quarried. disturb them. Hello? Hello? Yes, I don't know. Is it or isn't it? Take my magnet off. No, it wasn't. So I'm assuming that's that should be alright. I just have a windy section. Is that connected? Yeah. So now my microphone is working and you can't just hear wind. That was my goals fulfilled. 2 packs on the Avata and 1 pack on the 5-inch. I really need to get back into 5-inch. I was really nervous. Say it's been months since I flew. You forget how fast they are. No way could I have done the proxy flying that I used to do. I wanted to go in that building, go through the windows. Nervous about taking the Avata through the windows, and even, well, it was a non-starter. I would have whizzed through the tiniest gap a couple of years ago. I need to get back into it. But should have got some decent footage with the Avata going up and down the stream. But you can be the judge of that before me, because you've just seen it. So I'll rephrase that whole statement. Did you enjoy the Avata footage going up the stream and under the bridge? Yeah, I need to really think about storytelling. So we are now heading through Gunnerside, heading up to Keld, and then from Keld we're going to carry on right through to Brough. So Kirby Stephen is 17 miles away, and then I will jump on the A66 from Brough, and that should get me home for lunchtime, as long as I can get past this van. CarPlay's not working, so I've got no music. That's nice of him. Oh, that was really nice of him. So you don't want to be following anyone on when you're going up here. Well, I think the sun is out. What would you call it? Mottled. Had I been at home, I would still be tucked up in my pit, feeling all lethargic and wishing I'd gone out. So I'm not sure how well the 360 camera will pick it up. Probably not at all. But we're heading for the distance, and it looks as though we are going to be travelling through some mist as we go over the tops. Now what I could do is I could cut left after Mocha and go over Buttertubs, but then that's a slow boring trip down from Hawes. Much rather head west a little bit and then jump on the A66. And I reckon as long as I'm there for 10, then that'll put me in a good place. I don't need any food. Get something when I get home. Get over, dickhead. Sorry, did that sound like I was swearing at someone? Yeah, last time I came down here, I was with Keith and we were frustrated with the traffic. I don't know, it's not anxiety, it's rage. Honestly, get outraged at the lack of pace and willingness to maintain a reasonable speed on these roads. And you don't mind following someone if they are genuinely keeping up. And I don't want to put anyone under any pressure. I don't want to put anyone at risk. But yeah, if you're not willing to at least maintain a reasonable speed, please pull over. Let me pass. I can feel the sun, it's very nice. Look at the patina on that roof. That's a very in name, isn't it? An in phrase, an in term, patina. Something used to be fucked. It's now patina. Mocha? Is it Mucka or Mocha? I'm not sure. I bet it's busy up here today. Just gone over that little bridge that we went over when we did Whitby to Brough. So I'm just gone through Mucka or Muka, I think it's Mucka, heading to Keld and then on to Brough. So I've big tick. I have flown at the locations I intended to, albeit with a slight variance. So I intended flying at the All Creatures Great and Small location, which I did. I did 2 packs there, one with the Avata, the easy to fly, and one with the racing quad, which I need some practice on. I do. I'm rusty and anxious. And I also flown, so just down the road there's a site which is very well known amongst the quadcopter fraternity. Is it fraternity? Quadcopter people. And it's an old smelting works, and it is literally on the top of the moors. It's all derelict, very gorgeous. Many would say full of interesting patina. That is now a buzzword since the repair shop was first aired. Couldn't get all the way up because there's a motorbike trial event going on, but I did manage to park up at the side of the road and get some derelict buildings, and then I've managed to get up and down one of the streams, so it should be some half decent footage to cobble together. I'm using the DJI 360 cam today on its own. I didn't do the camera setup. I have, however, done a couple of videos for 2 Seats channel, which I shall post when I get home. There's no rush. But yeah, really enjoyed my morning. Certainly glad I got up. There's just one thing missing in my rear view mirror, and that's you. So just going through Angram, little farming community. I wouldn't even call it a hamlet. One thing's just struck me, I've been past Keld so many times in the last couple of years, but I've never actually been to Keld. I think you can go to Keld. I don't think it goes anywhere. Just says Keld only, unless it's a place called Keld only and not Keld. Maybe it's not a warning, maybe it's just a name. To get past this guy. I'm not following him for 16 miles. Unless he's heading to Tan Hill. Keld. Or maybe this is Keld. pretty. So that's the turn most people take on the long causeway up to Tan Hill. Well, I'm not taking that today, although I could. Uh, 10 miles to Kirby Stephen is a much more interesting run. The next burning question is, do I go down to Ravensseat? I'll tell you what I can do without being intrusive. I can have a look at Auntie John's. To say I do love this road. Something you keep saying as you get older is, the last time I came over here, I was going up to meet Keith. Now, which time was it? Was it the Lakes attack? I think it was, yeah. Yeah, it was the Lakes attack run. Because I'd set off dead early. And I came over here and then headed up to T-Bay. Rabbits everywhere. So Auntie John's is round here somewhere. And when you look at something on a map, it always looks different in real life. I'm not entirely sure where it is. That's the road up to Ravensseat. Yeah, I never thought, because the lay of the land, you can't actually see it. Oh well. I'm not seeing Auntie John's today then. And I'm not going to be a stalker and go up to Ravensseat. Oh, look at the mist. Birkdale. So, welcome to one of my favourite roads. would imagine it's one of the highest in Yorkshire. Yeah, last time, I said it again, the last time I was over here, I recorded with the 360 camera bit behind me, and I wasn't happy with the footage at all. So this will be the first time that I've had 360 footage over here, because the time before that, by the time we'd got here, that was on the Whitby run, kind of run out of steam and run out of SD cards, so I recorded with the Action 2. So I think most of the footage on part 3 of Whitby was Keith's. God, it's bleak. I must be mad coming out all this way. Oh well. Messages failed to send. Weird, I love going out with MX5 groups and Keith. There's something quite liberating about just finding your own route and being on your own. Find your own path. Managed to stay out of the mist, which is good. Got a van coming. I've still got batteries if I fancy it, but it'd be nice to get some flips and rolls in. Although I got a noticeable tremors in that footage, so I'll have to see what gyro flow does with it. If flow won't clear it, then I'm getting rid of them. I shall get a Superfly. What's happened to the sunshine? Or 66, which is it to aim? I won't come up here in winter. That's it, we're on his way down. Running to Kirby Stephen. Nowhere interesting to fly there. Cheers. I know what it's like going downhill on a mountain bike. You can't hear a thing. Do with a drink that's not a meal replacement. Stop recording when I get to Brough because no one wants to see the A66 and the A1. CarPlay's back on. Oh. So that is the excitement over. It feels counterintuitive to go back 15 mile to Hawes, Kirby Stephen a mile. Hawes is 2 hours from home and I'm 2 hours from home here. So I better get a kick on her. Could do with a drive-through. Viaducts. Here we go, Kirby Stephen. He's going up that way. I think I went up that way. To T-Bay. That were a nice run, that. So I am going to end this recording now. Thank you for coming along on this journey. There's been no blether between me and anyone else, so you've had just silly old me to listen to for however long I choose to edit. That is on condition that the microphones are working, and if they're not, then you won't know. So this is Mr. White in Kirby Stephen signing off.